Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial. It's Jade here, and today we are going to be going through cornstarch nails DIY. So, as you can see here, I'm just sizing up the nails to match the size of my fingers, just to make sure it's not too big and it's not too small, so we have the seamless finish. And then I just added a little bit of glue to the back of the nail and press and hold for 30 seconds. Now, as you can see here, I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble, and that's just because I didn't file the surface of my nail and make sure that it had something to stick onto, the glue had something to hold onto. So I rectified it here, better late than never. And as you can see, I'm just gently filing the surface of my nail to really get that extra hold. So I do advise that you size up your nails, all of them, before you glue them on, because honey, it is hard getting your fingers into those little holes when you have a handful of claws, trust me. So size up both hands and have them just on the side for when you're ready. After that, you just want to cut down the nails, and I like to look at the back of the nails when I cut so I can really see the true length, so I don't make them like really long. And you want to do that to all of the nails, and you should have something that looks like this. So now we're just filing the nail into shape. So I start with off with the sides, and I just make sure that it's smooth on the sides and it matches the width of my nail, of my actual like thumbnail. And then I take it in and file it down into a shape. I didn't go for anything crazy. I just went for like a simple square top thing. I don't know, I'm not a nail technician, honey, I'm not. But yeah, I didn't go for anything crazy. So I just filed away at the sides, and I also filed the surface where the tip meets my fingernail to just make sure when we add the cornstarch it is a seamless finish and it looks professional, honey, because we are professionals, okay? We don't know the lingo, but we know how to do the thing, though. Sorry. Anyway, so grab your cornstarch and your clear nail polish, and we are initially just going to start by painting the area where the tip and the fingernail meet, so just that space. And then you just want to dip it into the corn flour or cornstarch if you're on the other side of the pond, and make sure that that whole area is covered. And then moving on to the next nail and the next nail, just do the same thing over and over. I do recommend doing it like this because doing the next nail allows the one with cornstarch to dry, so it's a lot better doing it this way. And then you just want to dust away all the excess, and you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So you can just use like a toothpick or something really thin to clean the sides, and I just removed all the excess corn flour from the sides and kind of shaped it into the shape of my nail, again to make it seamless. And for the second and the rest of the times, you're going to actually paint the whole nail. So you paint the whole nail and then you dip it in corn flour. So that's the surface of your nail and the tip, all on the edges, and make sure you cover it all in nail polish and cover it all in corn flour, because this is what is going to get the layers looking really like thick and together rather than disjointed and with cracks and lines in it. And again, wait 30 seconds and then dust off. And I continuously just clean the sides, so just make sure that nothing gets stuck and there's no loose corn flour still sitting in the cracks, even though at the end somehow there was. So, but after every layer, constantly clean and reshape. So yeah, and repeat the steps, just making sure to get up all the corn flour every time, and shaping and shaping and shaping. Like, really do not forget this, because at the end it makes so much more of a difference when the edges are clean and like matching the size of your nail and your nail bed. So the next step is going to be the filing. You want to file the surface down so that it is smooth, and if you see any cracks or any like weak parts in the nail, this is when you want to fill them after you've filed, and that's going to give you the smooth finish after you put your nail polish on. Excuse me. So it will mean that it's not bumpy, the layers are not bumpy, and they're not clumped or they're not cracked, so you have the seamless. That's the word of this tutorial, seamless, honey. That's where we're getting it. So yeah, I filed it down, and then I did 2 more coats with the corn flour process, dipping and dusting it off and stuff. I did that 2 more times after I filed it, just to make sure that I had that smoothness. So when you're done with, you're satisfied with how many layers you've done, the next step is going to be to buff. So you should have some nails that look a little like this. I know mine are not clean around the edges, but I actually haven't washed them, so I'm using a buffing square, which I picked up from Superdrug, and it has a buff side, a smooth side, a shape side, and a polished side, I do believe. I will check that out for you, and I will link it down below. But I just use that all over my nails, on all the sides, all over my nails, just to make sure that when I lay down the nail polish that I'm using, it just is very smooth, and there's no ridges, no bumps, none of that, just like they do in the shop. See, and as you can see, like, most of the nail is actually white, you know. That's the look you're going for. So now we're going to go in with our nail color, our color polish, and I'm using this color. I don't know why, I actually changed this like a day later, so I was like, this is not really wintry. My nails are bright pink. Every time I opened the door, I was like, hello, I got pink nails. I felt really weird, so I painted them a nice kind of autumnal purple plummy color, which I really like. So yeah, just paint them as normal. Try and be really even. Try and get the sides, because you don't want to have any white bits poking out. And I went in with 2 coats of this color, just to make sure that the color was really vibrant and really popping. I don't know why, because I changed it later. So yeah, and that's the finished product. So I really hope that you guys try this, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and if you do try it, please comment down below and tell me how your experience was, if it was easy, if it was hard, if you do it again. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.